The Quote Goats Podcast. With your hosts, Tommy Guns. The Quote Goats Podcast.
Because you say you transitioned 30 years ago.
Yep.
And you would more categorize yourself as a transsexual than a transgender. For me and for people that don't know, what's the difference between transsexual and transgender?
Yeah, thank you for that question. So for me, transsexual is like sort of the old school terminology on some level, but we brought it back because so the difference between a transsexual and a transsexual person is somebody who wants to live in the binary. So for me, I was born a biological female. Done. I can't change that. I'll always be a biological female. Always.
Okay.
But that being said, I needed to change the outside so that what you see is what I feel like on the inside. So I changed my sex, for a lack of a better word, to look like a man. And I walk the world in a binary male space. I don't want people, I'm not transgender. I'm not, my journey is transsexual, but I want you to see me as a dude. I don't want you to see me as a trans person. That's the difference. Transgender is a umbrella term for people who of all types of non-binary, gender non trans mass, trans man. Like I don't relate to that because I had what we used to call a sex change, right? And like that's why you have to understand it's such a different space. We medicalize. I take testosterone to look like a man. I want people to see me. I changed all my stuff to be male, all my identification. So basically it's old school sex change, whereas transgender now is representing like 1,000 different
genders and stuff, right?
Like,
what you feel about that? What you feel about the 100,000 genders and the stuff they got going on?
Dude, I can't even not laugh. And honestly, like I'm not disrespecting. I just find it quite funny because it's just not me. Like I know exactly. I'm like straight up. This is what I need to do, dude. But that being said, the problem I have with that is a younger generation gets sucked into this different idea of what trans is. And so now trans has become an identity choice. You see the difference? This isn't my identity. This is a medical diagnosis called gender dysphoria. I have an actual disorder.
Okay.
A mental disorder.
And you acknowledge that. Okay.
Right on, my friend. 100% I do because I have a diagnosis. I go to a doctor. I get medication. All of those are under a medical space. And that's why it's important for people to understand. I am very much embracing my mental disorder. I fixed it. You're right. This fixed my disorder.
How you present fixed the uncomfortability you had with how you were born, pretty much.
Yeah, like looking like a chick.
Okay.
Yeah, looking like a girl, dude. I hated it. I mean, dude, you can just Google pictures. All your people listening can Google pictures. I was a fashion model. I was like, this pretty girl on some level. And
I didn't know that.
Horrible, wasn't? Yeah, I was.
Wow.
My story's crazy, dude. My story's crazy.
Wow.